Oh man. Woo. So, mm, another cold day coming up. I've been watching Star Trek recently. Started with Voyager, stopped with Voyager, and uh, I am watching TNG right now. And I just watched Q Who, the episode where Q sends the Enterprise uh, to encounter the Borg for the first time. And at the end, Picard says, one of his famous lines, but his famous line about Q, about perhaps we needed a kick in our complacency. And I've said this before, in another video, that whether Trump was trying to do this or not, I don't see any evidence that Trump is this clever or intelligent or what have you. But I think Trump is actually, through all of the policies that he's doing and his administration is doing, and all of the actions that he's doing and his administration is doing a similar thing. Of kind of teaching Americans that, we've taken that Americans in general have kind of just let democracy slide. Just kind of let it go on autopilot for the past 50, 60 years. We've all just kind of assumed democracy works instead of really paying attention and holding the representatives accountable, holding the business leaders accountable, holding everyone accountable for everything, holding even individual police officers accountable, each other accountable. Every once in a while, I guess you need an aspiring dictator to kind of wake you up and let you make sure. Ugh. Beautiful. Beautiful. Just to show you that you got to pay attention. You got to keep paying attention. Lincoln also said it right when, I think it was the Gettysburg Address, and he talked about giving the country a new birth of freedom, that sort of thing. And hopefully the people of the country will give the United States a new birth of freedom because of Trump and all of this garbage that his administration is attempting to pull off. Because it's not just any one thing. It's not just the roundup of immigrants, illegal or otherwise. And it's not just the casual disregard of court orders. It's not just this, it's not just that. It's the entirety. It's everything that he and his ilk are doing all together. And it's people that support him that seem to think that it's okay. That just look at everything that they do and just say, yeah, that's fine. You know what? Because he's my guy, or because this, or because that. And they don't seem to realize that the essence of this representative democracy is that enshrined in, he doesn't have that legal power. He's writing all these executive decisions or whatever, and almost none of them are legal. And he doesn't have the ability to impound any of the money. He's doing basically nothing. Nothing he did was legal, basically. They're making the argument that it's legal, but it's nothing he did was legal. So he's basically an illegal president, and he should have been fired and marched out of office a long time ago. Even though some people think that he's just perfectly fine. He's totally an illegal president. But that's because they're uneducated about what the constraints on the president are. So, whatever. If you just want to be ignorant and listen to Fox News, then go for it. Except for you shouldn't, and you need to listen to legal scholars that aren't on Fox, because any legal scholar on Fox is just someone that's willing to twist the truth way, way, way too far. And also, as why would you ever want anyone setting such a bizarre and dangerous precedent? It's the precedence that he's setting as the president, the presidential precedents. Uh, say that 3 times. Can easily be turned back on you who love Trump as soon as soon as you get a Democrat who has some balls and just does not like you. If we vote a Democrat in who is a little bit, just a little bit ill-tempered or something, and whatever, or even just not even ill-tempered, but has budget priorities that are not for red states. That means because of the economic damage Trump is doing, the recovery that will come first and probably solely to the blue states. Or at least primarily to the blue states. So what are you doing? You're still only hurting yourself. So again, you need to stop listening to the hate because you're hurting yourself. Whatever. Anyways, and you need to take more civics classes. Which you will have time for because Elon Musk is working on releasing 1 million of those Terminator bots. To help America, which who knows when that'll happen. Supposedly he wants to release them this year. I don't know. Anyways, on that note, tax the rich, kneecap the rich, boobs.